Welcome back to HorrorVision, episode 27. We are nearly 4 days away until Halloween. Man, the witching hour is upon us. So, since the 90s are already close to its end, let's look at something from the 2000s. Now, I couldn't find something interesting for 2000, but also I couldn't find anything interesting for 2001, so I went to 2002. And I found a movie that I actually watched a couple of times a very long time ago. No, not when I was 2 years old. I was a baby back then and I couldn't watch movies like that. Even to my young age, I still couldn't watch movies like that. But now I'm feeling like I'm ready to watch movies here. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be looking at the 2002 London favorite, and probably also American favorite too, The Infectious 28 Days Later. 28 Days Later, released on June 27th, 2003, but really its actual release date in its own town was 2002. A group of misguided animal rights activists, more like shit activists, freed a caged chimp infected with the rage virus from a chemical research lab when London biker career, I don't even know what he's supposed to be, Jim, played by Cillian Murphy, wakes up from a coma a month after he finds that his city has been deserted. It's his city all but deserted. He finds it deserted. On the run from zombie-like victims of the rage, Jim stumbles upon a group of survivors including Celine, played by Naomi Harris, and a cab driver, Frank, played by Brendan Gleeson, and joins them on a perilous journey to what he hopes will be safety. The movie itself is nothing more zombie-based and brought the zombie genre more scary than ever. And in my opinion, yeah, it's fucking scary. But I wouldn't say it's too scary, but it's scary. I mean, nowadays it's nothing special, and these aren't really zombies. They're just infected with this virus. IMDb gives us a 7.6 out of 10, Rotten Tomatoes gives us an 86%, and Roger Ebert gives us a 3 out of 4. This has got to be one of the amazing movies from the early 2000s, in my opinion. The budget in there was $5 million. Insane from 2002 to 2003. Insane. And this movie has some of the great music ever, but it also shows how to survive an infection. It's not basically the scaring fact that, oh, we're all going to die because we got a bunch of zombies coming after us. No. Oh, we're all going to die because of a vampire that's going to kill us all. No. This movie is way different, and it's based off of something real life. Kind of like Psycho and Texas Chainsaw Massacre were based off of a real life serial killer. This movie is based off of some type of infection. Like, imagine you having this infection, and then sooner or later the whole town gets infected and you're the only one left stranded to survive. What's next, right? What's next? Are you going to survive or are you going to die? It's more like most of us have to pay attention to what we're doing. And if we're using something to actually get a cure from this type of virus, then at least let people do it. It could be a little bit cruel, but it can at least help us find a cure for something. It's kind of like anything that you would base off of. The rage virus you can base off of any type of disease that drives crazy, such as the MZD virus from Zombieland, which was basically an infected version of mad cow's disease. This one is basically close off to Ebola, but with a little bit of a rage victim in there. Once you get the rage virus, you have uncontrollable anger and rage, and your capillaries will hemorrhage, making the host frequently vomit blood and bleed from both the eyes, nose, mouth, and ears. Your eyes will also turn scarlet red, which makes it kind of even more scary. Like red eyes, ugh, God. It's making me think of something disturbing, but I don't want to. There is a sequel to this, but more like a prequel, which was 28 weeks later. And that one I prefer less than 28 Days Later. Maybe it's because of the old budget of the original that just brings the charm to it. But that one at least ties ends to like how it is, and even that one's got great music as well. I mean, I like how the infected just run, and they run in a completely high speeds. But they die of starvation, and they die of any other bullet damage too, so they're not going to survive too long. They're still humans, they're not zombies. But even this infection, it takes exactly 10 to 20 seconds until you're completely infected, bitten or not bitten. But if you're actually a carrier of the rage virus, you're a carrier. You won't turn, but you're a carrier to this. So kissing somebody, saliva exchange, or even bites or blood exchange will frequently transform you into that rage victim. You'll be a carrier, but you won't be turning into that rage victim. But you're still going to be like, you're kind of like a container holding toxic waste. Let's just say that. But even for me, this is also the dangers of science as well. We cannot, having these types of dangers of using these types of viruses to lead to like some type of miracle. You don't know how well it's going to lead to anything. It's going to lead to problems. We don't trust science that much, and we shouldn't today. That's why I'm not a good science fan. I don't like science, and neither should you. And even for the fact, I think this is one of the best movies I've ever seen from the modern day. It's good, it's classic, and people know the fact of the threat of infections and diseases. That was a great deal of how it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed this part of the video, and tune in next time, because tomorrow we're going to be doing some more modern horror. Oh yeah, we're going there.